Hi Jaya.
Hello, ma'am. How are you?
I am doing good. How about you?
Yes, ma'am. I'm also pretty well. Thank you so much for asking.
Super. Good to know that, and Jaya, good to have you back again. Um, how was your day, first of all?
Day is pretty good. It's going pretty good. Except for the weather, actually. It's too hot
Yes,
and humid, so we are always sweating. So
yes.
that's the problem.
I know, Jay. I am also in Kolkata itself, so I can understand that kind of pace. Actually, yesterday we went out, I think, just for around 2.5 hours itself. But when we came back, we got severe headache, and I don't know. I still
Oh,
can feel like some glimpse of that headache now itself. It was so hot.
yeah.
I mean, that's why we're trying to avoid to go out, but if some of the things need our attention, so we need to go out for some running some personal errands, right? But things are very, very worse right now. I'm just hoping that
Yes.
it will rain soon.
Yeah. But it will not.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know where I saw this in today's news, or somebody was telling me that this will go till July end like this.
September, I think.
September. When will we
Yeah.
have rainfall? There will be skip of this whole season. We will again directly we'll jump to the winter one.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, okay. So, are you aware of today's topic, Jaya?
Yeah, I saw the topic.
Okay, okay. It's about your life-changing moments.
Yes.
Okay, okay, great. So, let's just start with the very first thing. Do you have any such moments in your life where you think your perception, your view about the world got completely changed?
No, I don't think I have that kind of moment. Um, no, but actually, I was born and brought up in a small town, and I stayed in my hometown till 12th, and
Okay.
after that, I moved to Kolkata actually. So after coming here, I can say that my perspective to look at the world has changed
Mm-hmm.
because coming from a small town to a big city
Right.
um is is different, and it, and Kolkata is like is a fast paced city. People here are always busy. They are like, for schooling, for college, for everything, they need to commute long distances, which
Mm-hmm.
was pretty unusual for me because in my hometown, everything was like 10 minutes distance. My school
Yeah.
was 10 minutes away from my home. My tuitions are also, uh, pretty near to my house.
Right.
So, yeah, so in that sense, that could be a life changing moment because if I had not come here, then my life could have been different, I think.
Right, but obviously it was a very, you can say, a transforming part, maybe, which you have, or let's say the lifestyle shift in your whole life. I mean, I think that
Yeah,
happens with most of the people who experience such kind of shift from a small place to a bigger place. I think when
yes.
I was also from a very small town. Actually, we can say it was near to Ranchi. Okay, so
Oh,
Ranchi is in Jharkhand. So it was very near to Ranchi, but it was not Ranchi. We had to travel around 1.5 hour to reach Ranchi. So when I moved, my first joining was in Pune. So when I went to Pune first, I used to think like, when these people are going to sleep. I mean, we from small town people, we used to have like we used to go on our bed by 9:30 or 9:45, right? But
yes.
there I saw like people started, let's say sometimes they used to have their tea and snacks by 9 p.m. and I used to get very hungry. So even I can't express that kind of thing to anyone. I mean, they might feel okay, like at what time she used to sleep when she's having dinner at 9:30. So I mean,
Yeah.
it was something first shift I believe that I encountered. But now I am like one of them. Now I cannot have my dinner before 10:30. So
Yeah, same. Even same for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now our life has completely changed.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, right. So, Do you think that you have made any daring decision till now, Jaya? Like, obviously, it depends on lots of parameters. So, every person's parameters might differ from another person. So, any daring decision which you made in your life till now?
Mm, so daring decision would be so I finished my post graduation, and after that I started preparing for various competitive exams.
Right.
And after appearing for 2 3 examinations, I realized that it's not possible for me to do everything at the same time. Like I was applying for PhD, I was also preparing for my competitive exams, and because I used to live on my own, so I had a lot of things that I needed to manage. So then I took a decision that I would go back to my hometown,
Right.
and I would give myself 2 more years, and I would only prepare for the exams, and I would not do anything. And let's see what happened after that. Like, so that was it. Like, there is decision because 2 years, if I would not get a job, then I would have to come back
Hmm.
um, to the same educational field, and that time I would have 2 years gap,
Right.
and I did not have I would not have anything to say, like how can I justify my 2 years gap? Where am I, and what was I doing?
Right.
So and all my friends told me that don't do that. Stay here in Kolkata, because we have a lot of like good coaching centers also,
Right.
and we can together we can go and like utilize that thing. But then I did not listen to anyone. Even my parents also told me to stay where I was, but I didn't listen to anyone, and I came back. I studied, I prepared myself, and so I cracked the exam. So the outcome is good, but it could have been like the opposite also.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, whenever we take a decision, we need to embrace both, right? The pros as well as the cons. So,
Yeah, but actually I was confused about the tense when I was talking about past, but with future like a
no,
thing.
you were talking about the past. You started your sentences absolutely well, but you went when we actually progressed towards the next life events, there somehow you use somewhere present tenses as well. Okay.
Oh,
One more thing. Darest is not a word. Most daring.
daring. Yeah.
Yeah, most daring you could use, but not darest. Right? I
Yes.
think you are already aware of that concept, right? Like wherever we are not able to make comparative or superlative by putting or
Yes,
anything.
yes.
We always put more and most, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that's in that category only your dare word comes. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And yes, any recent event, Jaya, where you thought like you went out of your comfort zone to do something or to achieve something?
Yeah. So right now I'm sitting in front of you speaking in English. So that was like I'm out of my comfort zone 5 months ago.
Okay.
So since 5 months I have been doing this,
Mhm.
and so I thought for around 2 or 3 years that I'm going to join an English learning platform. I will learn English, and I will create my own YouTube channel, and maybe later I will go for podcast and all, because podcast at that time, um, so that time it was really popular. Now also many people are doing this. So it took me 2 years to finally come out of my comfort zone and take the subscription plan of Englishyaari. So
Okay, okay, great. So, you thought, what do you think about your this decision? Was it worth taking the right step towards it, or was these 2 years quite a long period of time to come to this conclusion?
Actually, what happened is that when I told about this to my friends and my family, so many of them told me that do something. So I wanted to do something apart from
Right.
my primary job.
Mhm.
And I was fascinated by English. So many of them told me that do something you are good at. So my subject was physics. All
Okay.
my life I have been studied physics. So they told me that do something in physics. Like you can go for PhD now also. You can teach various students. You can teach online also. You don't need to go to teach someone. So because of that, I was in a dilemma, I think.
Okay.
Uh, so
Okay.
people say that it's good to take opinions from others, but I think sometimes it's not good to take opinions from others, and you need to listen to yourself only. Like listen to your inner voice and do that.
Right, right. I wanted to highlight one sentence. I have been studied. I mean, throughout my life, I have been studied physics. Will that be a
No,
correct
I
sentence?
have no, I have studied.
Yes, throughout my life, I had studied physics. Okay. If you are right now also pursuing that subject in any manner, then you would have used I have
I
been.
have been studying.
Yeah, that's it. Okay.
So I had studied.
Yeah, if the study part is already done now.
Yeah, yes, it's done.
Okay, which sentence will be correct, Jaya? Like, I India won the World Cup, or India has won the World Cup.
Both the sentence. Oh, okay.
India
Mm,
won the World Cup. That's the first sentence, and India has won the World Cup.
I think both the sentences are correct. It depends upon the time period, like when did it happen.
So the time is not mentioned in the sentence, right?
Yeah. So has
Yes.
won the World Cup.
If the time will be mentioned, then obviously if it is a past reflection, we will go for won. Like India won the World
Okay.
Cup in 2011, then the sentence will be fine. Okay. I
Hmm.
saw a movie yesterday, or I have seen the movie yesterday.
I saw a movie yesterday.
Yes, again, because the timeline is specified. If
Mm-hmm.
the timeline was not there, we would have gone for I have seen this movie. Or
Hmm.
maybe even if you have seen something 2 months ago also, and if timeline is not specified, you can go for perfect tense, present perfect tense.
Yes.
Okay.
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 Hmm.
Yeah, let's go for the next part. Which of your future goal you think that has the potential to change your life significantly? I mean, maybe that has not happened right now, but you think that if you're able to do that, if you're able to reach that stage, your life might change significantly.
Hmm. I don't know. I haven't think about it yet. Uh, right
Haven't
now, I'm
thought.
only focusing on my. Haven't thought about it yet. So right now, I am totally focusing on my English communication skills, and after that, I would like to do something related to this offline. Like
Okay.
I would like to go for an institution to
Mm-hmm.
open an institution. So that is one of my goals, but I don't know whether that will be happened or not, or maybe I could shift also in another direction. So actually, I don't know what will happen in the future. So yeah, if I could do something offline, then I think it
Okay.
would impact my life in a
Why
better way.
not online, Jaya?
Actually, online, I want to speak with different kind of people, like podcast interview, because I'm very fascinated by hosting. I follow a few hosts, and I like the way they conduct the podcast, the questions, the way they ask the questions, and it's not about how are you feeling. It's about how are you feeling today. Are you feeling over the moon, or are you feeling really depressing because this and this had happened and we
Right.
have heard that. So like the way they explain everything. So I like it. So I want to do something like that to satisfy my desire because I love doing that to
Got it.
satisfy myself. But otherwise, in terms of money making or in terms of profit making, I want to do something offline.
Great, great. You can also use a word called satiate instead of satisfied.
Sassy. Yes.
Yes. Some people might pronounce it satiate, some people might pronounce it satiate. Both of them can go fine. Okay. So, I mean, so that you can replace a regular word with a new word. Okay. One more thing. Um, I don't know when that will be happened.
That will happen.
Yes. So, where can we use that will be happened? Or is there any place we can use it? Will be and then happened? Or any verb actually,
When
not happened itself.
I don't know.
This will be done by the next week.
By me, like by
By next
someone.
week. Yeah. So will be will always be used in terms of passive voice. Yeah. When you are not performing tasks, somebody else will perform. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
so in that way. Okay. Otherwise, your
Okay.
sentence which you mentioned there we don't need be. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Fine. I'll give you few words. First one is eureka. Are you aware of the meaning of this word?
Yeah, when we are very happy, we say Eureka,
Right, right. Or not only because you can be happy about anything, but this is a specific happiness. A
like
happiness
achievement.
revolves around your achievement, yes. When you think
Yeah.
you have solved a problem. So, eureka. Second word is catalyst.
Catalyst means something that accelerates an activity or maybe a process.
Exactly. Exactly. And breakthrough.
Breakthrough. Something important.
Important
Breakthrough
discovery.
moment.
Yes, but a discovery, realization. Okay.
Okay.
Last word is crossroad.
No.
Crossroad is like when you are at cross points, you don't know which, like you have lots of ways, but right now you have not figured out which one, which way to go for. So like you are at
Okay.
crossroads, maybe when you were explaining about your that phase of life where you have to go back. So at that time you were at
Hmm.
crossroads, you were thinking about lots of options, and but you took one way. So crossroads is at that juncture. Fine. So you have
Okay.
these four words, right? Eureka, catalyst, breakthrough, and crossroads. Can you frame an incident or a story around these four words? Not story exactly, but any short incident or something, but using these four words in a link. If you want to
Mm,
write these words somewhere, you can write it so that.
no, I will start. Uh,
Okay,
so,
go ahead.
uh, Eureka! I got selected in my competitive exam. uh, I was trying really hard to crack the exam, but I don't know how to use the word. I was at the crossroads. I was at the crossroads uh, whether to go for this competitive exam or to go for PhD. I'm glad that I took the decision and go with the exam. It was uh, it is a break. It was a breakthrough decision from my side because now I realize my potential, that what I can achieve, and there is nothing that a man could not achieve if he wants. Um, Another word,
Catalyst.
crossroad, catalyst. And I uh, so while applying for the exams, um, I somehow I realized that I was doing better than my peers. So that worked as a catalyst for me. and I took motivation from it and I continued.
Great, Jaya. Very good. You deserve a clap.
Thank you.
There was no single grammatical mistake in this whole story which you just told. That was wonderful. Great, great. I wanted to know two words from you, whether you know the meaning of it or not, and I want you to use these two words in any sentence. First word is bankruptcy.
Yeah. So it's like when a company losses and it
Company
like it sell.
experiences loss or company loses, either way.
Yeah, yeah. When a company experiences loss
Hmm?
and it sells all its assets to make up for the loss,
Okay.
then it called bankruptcy.
Any sentence.
Mm, many a time we can hear that this and this bank went bankruptcy.
Right. And last word is bereavement.
No.
Okay. Bereavement is a loss of a person.
Okay,
You
means
would have
death.
heard like lots of companies offer 3 days or 4 days leave for a bereavement leave as well. It's called BL.
Okay.
Bereavement. Maybe some near or dear one is no more. So there we use this word bereavement. Okay, fine. I'll not ask you to prepare any sentence today, but grasp this word. Maybe we can work around this in the next session. Okay. Okay. I'll
Yeah.
give you another word. Another word is natural disaster.
Yeah, natural calamity, natural disaster like floods,
Right.
typhoon, tornado,
Right.
cyclone.
Okay. Any sentence out of it.
Mm, we are not aware about what nature is giving to us. Uh, Sorry, we are not aware of the nature's power, but when these natural disasters happen, nothing is in our control.
Very good. Very good. Great. Great. So that's all about your questions, Shreya. We will come towards the last part of our session. Although I gave you certain feedbacks during the session itself, although I didn't find much problem in terms of pronunciation and content creation, or let's say the flow of thoughts. Okay. Yes, some here and there, some maybe slip of tongue, or let's say some silly grammatical mistakes are happening, because considering what all sentences you are making, these are called silly only because this is something which might uh, happening around, I believe, accidentally. So you just work on that short, let's say, the loopholes. Otherwise I didn't find any problem in the other aspects. Apart from that, what you can do is, I mean, it's a good news that you don't have to work on the other aspects of this language. So you can work on one thing to make your conversation better, and that is uses of good words in your answers, because most of the time you rely on certain common words. Like I suggested you to use satiate instead of satisfaction or
Satisfied.
satisfy. Instead of loss you could use some other words, or maybe experiencing misfortune or something like that. Or
Mm-hmm.
again, we use like catalyst, right? So instead of accelerate or acceleration, we could use a word like catalyst. So try replacing some existing words with new words, because right now you don't have to work on other aspect. So this is the right time, I believe, for you. I think maybe I don't know. Remember if I have suggested you any vocabulary apps in the previous
No,
session?
no, no,
So you can
no.
just open Play Store, Jaya. You can obviously found like plethora of apps over there available. Whichever is like having more good reviews, you can download that. I would just like to suggest one. There used to be a website called Magoosh. Okay, so for that also we have an app that is called Vocabulary Builder. Okay, so this is one app where you will find different levels, dedicated for a different user. You can choose any one level depending on your, let's say, competency, right? So
Hmm.
that might help you in getting new words, and you can use those words in your day-to-day sentences. Okay.
Actually, I read a lot. I try to read as much as possible, but
Right.
still I am not able to use the
That's why
words.
I think you are not having any dearth of content, Jia. That's why. Maybe whenever you get any topic, or when you have certain, because a well-read person will always reflect those readings or learnings in his or her answers. So that I can clearly see in your well-crafted answers, right? So that is fine. But while reading, maybe you are more focusing on the content and you are not focusing on the vocabs.
Yes.
So initially, as I say, like, you have to deliberately think about that. Then only you'll be able
Yes.
to make that change.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay? So that's it from my end, Jaya. Anything you want to add?
No, actually today also I learned a lot. So
Thank
I'm
you.
happy
Great. Super. That is something which matters above all.
because I think you have realized my weakness really well.
Oh,
So
okay.
yes.
Great, great. I hope you get the right way to work on that part. Obviously, you are right now above any an average speaker, right? But I want you to work on that. It's not even called a flaw, but it's just you are enhancing your existing skills, and it is always a
Yes.
wise decision to upgrade what we already have, right? So, vocab is one way for you.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely.
Okay, Jaya.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Welcome. Bye bye, Jaya. Take care.
Bye bye, ma'am. Hope to see you soon.
Same here. Bye bye.
Bye bye.